Hey guys, how's it going? DeathGun, the survivor of the quarantine here.
Nope, not DeathGun.
Why isn't it not DeathGun?
Because your Thunder Thighs baby hands.
Well, today guys, I'd like to bring you my updated Cubic deck, and besides, we'll get to that in just a second. I also like to thank Prism Cards YGO for hooking me up with this sweet Agami Cubic Field Center, which I will gladly put into the case once I get the screwdriver for it. But to bring you, what's it called, Bearded Bastard's top hated decks, even though he kills me against it half the time.
God, I don't hate this deck. This deck sucks.
It does not suck. It's one of the greatest ones.
I kill you all the time when you play this.
You're mean. Reason why we only let you do your videos separately. But we'll get into the deck profile, guys, starting with 3 Crimson Nova. Basically the boss monster. Reveal any 3 cubic names from your hand.
Squares.
It squares the deck.
This deck is squares.
But he is unaffected by monster's original attack is 3,000 or less. If he destroys a monster, he can take its second attack. Also, at the end phase, which is my favorite effect, he can burn us both for 3,000.
Unless he's in the same column as a Mech Knight.
Yeah, we don't play against Mech Knights. Screw them. Then for the next cards, we go into 3 Duza, the Meteor Cubic Vessel. This is basically our Foolish Barrel of the deck. When he is summoned, you get to send 1 Cubic card from the deck to the grave. And if a monster is sent to the grave while he is on your field, you can have him gain 200 attack for each different named monster in your graveyard. So he is your top normal summoned monster you definitely want to get out first. Also, the cards to send with him is basically Karma, Dharma, and Unification mostly. Then we go into the 3 Summoner Monks, which is the basic summoner for our deck. With sending our Dharma or Karma, we can get Duza out, which sets the trap, and keeps our deck going with the summons of Lynx or Extra Deck.
This is how he likes to make Baguska when he can't bring out Nova.
Yes, it is my #1 reason to make him first.
Freaking stall tactic galore. It's so stupid.
If I cannot beat the opponent the first turn, I will definitely go into Baguska with this old man.
You sissy.
It works. Then we go into Indiora Doomvolt, Buster Gundil the Cubic Behemoth, and 1 Guile. Guile, when he is summoned, he burns the opponent for 800. Which is one of my favorite cheese wins against the Bearded Bastard one night at Denny's.
I don't even get out of bed for 800. I mean, you got lucky.
That was a good battle, though. I got you at just 800 burn.
Yeah, we got into a major grind game. You got lucky.
Yeah, which will happen again once I get this finished fully. But then we go into 3 Vijam, the Cubic Seed, our little wall of the deck. Level 1, if it is battled, it becomes a continuous spell, which puts a cubic counter on the opponent's monster, which basically negates their attacks and their abilities, and it does not target, which is good against Chaos Max. Then we move on to the spells, where we run 3 Cubic Wave. Basically, my monster goes bigger while yours gets smaller. Mine will double its attack while yours is cut in half. It's the essential card to run at 3. It's...
absolutely does not matter if you're going against Avramax.
Yeah, that's true. But that's the reason why I picked one of your other targets that doesn't have that protection.
You still have to attack Avramax. You can't attack the other monsters when he's on the field.
I'm trying. Cut me some slack. Then we go into 3 of the newest card, Cubic Dharma. Essentially, when this card is on the field, my cubic monsters will not take damage. Its other effect is, like I said, 1 cubic card from the hand to the grave to draw 1 card. Its third effect is that when it's in the graveyard, you can banish it to add 1 of your cubics from the graveyard back to hand. This card is a boss spell card now because it helps us against the annoying Chaos Max Dragon and other potential threats.
I'm going to play Anti-Spell and Denko Seika at the same time.
How does Denko Seika stop this?
Because you can't set.
I just activate.
Oh yeah, you're right, man.
Yeah, wrong thing. Then the next support card for the deck.
Anti-Spell. That's why, like, you can't set with Denko Senka, and you can't, like, activate right away because of Anti-Spell. You play them at the same time. It's like a lock from preventing back row.
Forget Anti-Spell. Screw that ancient card. Then the next card we run of cubics is 3 Cubic Karma. With this one, we can target 1 cubic monster, send up to 3 Vijam the Cubic Seed from hand or deck to the graveyard to increase it by 800. Its other ability is that once it's in the grave, you can banish it to add 1 cubic monster from deck to hand. This is the staple you definitely want to send off with the old man or Duza. Any commentary? I know you're getting ready to say something.
I just feel like whenever I see you talk about this deck, I just want to, like, quote the Jameson from the original Spider-Man movies. Crap, mega crap. I'll give you $1 for all of them.
No, you have to give me 20 at least for the core. But it ain't all that crap. Then we move on to the next spells of the deck, triple Foolish Burial Goods. The staple of the deck, basically it sends any one of your cubic spell or traps, which the primary card you would usually want to send is the trap for defense, or Karma for adding more cubic cards for the Crimson Nova. The next card that I've been putting into the deck now because of a selection of Hillbilly 2.
A common?
Yes, I can't find the Ultras.
A common?
Yes, I'm a commoner. This deck is a commoner deck.
I'm offended.
You're always offended.
True.
But for this one, essentially if you summon Duza, send the trap, you can play this, tribute the Duza, get a new monster to the field, and also get the trap to activate, which keeps your combos going faster.
People were talking about actually playing that as in ABCs to like recycle. No, I'm thinking about the wrong card. I'm thinking of Monster Reincarnation to bring back the limited ABC Buster Dragon.
It's a great idea. I was going to suggest that to you when we made the profile for that one. But Monster Gate is a definite plus now because of the Cubic Dharma, Karma, Unification, and also Cubic Ascension, which we'll be getting to shortly.
Crap, mega crap.
That
That card is not crap. That's the only good card in the whole deck.
3 Pot of Extravagance, which is also aka Pot of Hillbillies.
Pot of someone else's money because
Yes.
they were a gift. He can't afford these to save his
Hey,
life.
I can afford them.
You cannot afford them.
They were a great gift. Just to let you guys know, the extra deck does not matter for this deck because of Pot of Extravagance. The next card we run for the deck is Reasoning, is because with this we get to pick any number. Special summon if the card number is wrong. It also helps us throw extra cubic spell and traps to the grave to trigger off later. Then for back row, because I hate back row with a passion, 2 Twin
Deck is
Twisters.
like mainly a back row deck now.
Well, it's an aggro back row deck.
How do you hate back row if you're playing back row? Huh?
Semi back row. I don't use them that much for setting.
Okay. You running like 3 different continuous targets now though.
Yeah, continuous spells.
They're still back row.
Yeah, but they're not set back row.
They're still back row.
They don't count. Then we get into the trap section of our deck where we run 3 Unification of the Cubic Lords.
Oh, I fucking hate that card.
This is the bread and butter of the deck if a
Shit is
cubic leaves
not
the field.
once per turn and he just like spams them all out in the same turn. It's stupid.
Yes, they all float. I don't use its other ability, which is basically a polymerization in trap form, but the second effect is they all float. As long as you keep getting a Duza saying a trap, it keeps going. Then for the last 2 out of the main deck is 2 Cubic Ascension. Basically this card it makes the opponent attack into a Vijam that was special summoned. The second effect is if you have a Vijam in the hand, while this card is in the grave, you can banish it to force them into battling the Vijam. These are going to be some great cards to be tested out later on once we are able to go back into locals, which all we can do is look at and buy cards. So every day I'm at Gameology just looking through the window thinking, when can we play cards again? But that is it, guys, for the main deck.
Shoutouts to Gameology, our locals
Yes.
that we go to.
To Gameology, Cardforge, AG Collectibles, and also to Prism YGO again for their stuff that they're doing. For the extra deck, it really does not matter what is in here because of Pot of Hillbilly. So I run 1 Decode Talker just for added buffs and protection. My most favorite card out of the deck is Pentastag, because if you equip this next to a Crimson Nova, it can do piercing damage up to 6,000.
That card's better with Tyranno.
It is, but this is the wrong deck. He is essentially the bread and butter of this deck, which I'm probably going to put a 3rd one in for the hell of it.
He's expensive now.
How much is he?
He's like $5 or $6. He only has 1 printing.
God damn, I have to get one more then. Second card out of the deck is Barricade Board Blocker, which I essentially just use it for the discard fodder. 1 Underclock Taker for targeting one of my monsters to weaken the opponent's monster and also get the traps going. Then the Xyz, we run into 2 Abyss Dweller because Orchist and all of them are still a thing. I want to stop the graveyard at all cost.
Bro, it's Adamantipator.
Well,
Yeah.
also that. I was not around at the time that came out.
Yeah, that's the meta thing that uses Graveyard right now, buddy.
Fine, this is the Adamantipator killer.
Enunciate. Use your big words. I believe
Those
in
are
you.
too many big words.
I believe in you.
The next card we run is 2 Dagars the Timeless, which we only use it for the discard to draw 2, which can help for any one of the cubic support spell or traps.
I remember I impermed that after he like tried to activate the effect and he cried.
Yeah, those were sad tears that came out of my eyes that day. My number one Xyz, which the bearded bastard hates loathingly.
Fuck that card.
It's Lazy Little Elephant that
If you have to play that card, it means you have a bad deck. If you need to stall that bad, build a better Yu-Gi-Oh deck.
It is not that bad. I would run 2 more if I could get them.
It's AIDS in a blender. Don't play that. Have some player pride. Play a better deck.
It's not as bad as Mystic Mind, though.
Yeah, that card is worse. That card is AIDS, gonorrhea, syphilis, and all of the other ones combined into one card.
This actually has a limit. But then we move on to Tornado Dragon because it's a Euro. This one's basically the MST to get rid of back row. Utopia Double, which for my side...
you need another punch in the face card.
I always do.
Nova is not good enough.
Yeah, I need this for quick punches. But for this, I do have Utopia's doubles or nothing card in the extra deck. No, sorry, side deck. It's just I have not finished it yet. 1 Utopia and 1 Utopia Lightning, which was a gift from the fairy, which I still appreciate.
Is that the Ultra?
Yeah.
Whack.
At least, yeah, what's wrong with that? At least it's not German like his.
I have a secret.
I still love you for that, but this is still worth like $30 as far as I know. But guys, I'd like to thank you very much for sitting here to listen to me rant about the Cubics.
Yes. Be sure to leave lots of dislikes to show how much you hate this deck.
And don't forget, guys, to slam that thumbs up and subscribe button.
Nope, thumbs down.
It's not a thumbs down.
This deck sucks.
You guys have a great night, though.